Hello and welcome. My name is Robert Lyon. Today we have the great pleasure of talking to Tommy Guerrero. He's a content wizard. He actually owns a content company. He works with us. First of all, I vouch for Tommy. He's doing a great job with our company. I think he's doing awesome. So anybody out there who listens to this and wants to link up with Tommy, I think he's one of the good leaders in the space. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, Tommy owns a company called Creator Capital. He's got an amazing community. But Tommy, why don't you kind of introduce yourself and tell people kind of who you are and what you're up to?
Yeah, man, thank you for that intro. Yeah. So as you know, Robert mentioned, my name's Tommy Guerrero. I run Creator Capital. We have a team of 18 members, video editors. We script videos, we film, and we want to add more value to it because yeah, making content's amazing, but we also do the marketing aspect of it because we don't only want to get views, but we want people to make money. And that's
Yeah.
exactly why we're with Robert. So do you want to make money? That's what we do. We make people go from zero to hero. And yeah, man.
Cool. I was just curious, is this your first business or your first entrepreneur experience?
Good question. No, I mean, even throughout high school, so when I was small, I would say even middle school, I was able to selling, chocolate bars, going to Costco, selling for $2 a piece. I was getting a 30 pack, making $30 profit. That's started my entrepreneurial journey. So I always had that mindset. And I was a senior in high school, COVID hit. And I was like, I gotta do something else.
Yeah.
We were just home. There's nothing to do. They couldn't legally fail us because that's what, the regulations were. So I'm like, let me see what I could do. So I got into crypto. I made some money off of that, and I used that money to start Amazon FBA. So when I started FBA, I made some money, but I was like, this is too much of a risk. Like there
Yeah.
isn't no profit in this. I'm like, I gotta hop out. So I reached out to one of my friends, old friends from high school, 3 years older than me. I'm like, ironically, his name's Tom. I'm like, hey Tom, like, what's up? I see you doing big things. Like, what's going on? You just give me some tips if you don't mind. Yeah, just get on a call tomorrow. Go on a call. He's like, oh, so what do you do? I was like, oh, right now I'm actually working at Amazon. I'm doing Amazon FBA, ironically. It's like, oh, do you have any skills? I'm like, well, I used to do marketing. I mean, I did some drop shipping. I make create websites and stuff like that. Nothing crazy. It's like, okay, cool. I'm like, what do you do? He's like, I do SMMA. I had no idea what that was at the time. So I
Yeah.
started researching. I'm like, social media marketing. I'm like, okay, like this is cool, but what is it? He called me the following morning and he's like, hey, Tommy, you up? And he was in New York at the time, which is 5 a.m., PST. I'm waking up, he's calling me, I'm seeing him as an authority figure. I'm like, yeah, what's up, bro? What's up? What's up? He's like, hey, I got an opportunity for you if you want to take it. I'm like, yeah, tell me what's up. He's like, I will leverage my entire team to you. Just charge whatever you want. We charge 5K a month. You can charge 8K, 9K, whatever you want, and just profit the rest. So my first two clients were that way. We're charging 10K MRR. So 5K for
Were you
me,
just
5K
doing
for him.
marketing or were you doing content?
And we're doing
Or was
just
that the
content at the
start?
time. Yeah,
Just
just content.
content? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So we're working with like influencers, celebrities, coaches who really want to build a brand. We were doing like more cinema videos and things like that. So I was like, okay, took on the opportunity, started shadowing him around. I went out with him to LA, just meeting his network, and that really got me in the door. And I'm really grateful for that
Hmm.
because that let me see the real side of business. There's one thing of like seeing on, TikTok and what entrepreneurship is, but once you're in the trenches, it's a lot different.
Yeah, the roller coaster of entrepreneurship for sure. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you got to start doing that and then you just kind of ran with it, huh? What do you think interests you most about content right now? Or like what do you like about the game?
I would say the fact that content isn't easy, and the only way you win is if you're good.
Yeah. And it's
So
numbers too.
that,
It shows
yeah,
you right away like, oh, you suck because your video sucks. Like make
it's a
better
hard
videos.
game, and I like to play a hard game, and I like to play the long game.
Yeah.
I used to be the type of person who was like, okay, I did it, I got tired of it, I'm good at it, bye. Not with content. And that's the reason why I'm so pushing so hard on it. It's like, dude, it's never ending.
And it's fun. Like I like the psychology of it. I like it when it wins, you know. So my background, I started a podcast, like I just wanted to basically share what I was learning, right? Then I basically went into sales and I was with this company and it was just me and two other guys. And one of the guys' name is Paul, rest in peace, but he blew up on TikTok, right? He started doing videos and it just started getting millions and millions of views and it was for our company and we made millions of dollars. So ever since I saw that happen, where it's like this dude just starts posting videos and fucking we're just printing money, I am like obsessed with content, right? Like I started the podcast as like a passion project, and now it's gone to like I want to master content and I want I really want to make content because I want to make a digital income, like a fully functional income where I have influence. I sell courses, I sell affiliate products, but I love content and I love the game, and it's not easy. So I guess I want to pick your brain. Like, what are some of the things that you're learning now that you think is really fire? What do you think are the things that are going to help people get better at making content and also make money with content? I know that was
Yeah,
a
to
lot.
answer your first question, I would say what I'm learning is that it changes so fast.
Yeah,
Content is always changing. Like it got to a point, let's say me 10 years ago, you go on YouTube, it's like just vlog, raw style content. No one's doing edits, it's just there.
yeah,
And then 2, 3 years ago, I started going to these hyper edits and graphics and effects and sound effects here and in your face everywhere. And then it just back to the point where it's just raw content. You just need some subtitles and storytell a little bit. I learned a lot from the fact that people just have higher standards.
yeah.
Their attention spans are the same, they just have higher standards. So that's something I really, really learned about content, and I think it's gonna be good the next couple of years. It's always gonna obviously content's gonna be around for a while.
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned a little bit that you're creating content, it's fun and stuff like that. What's your purpose of creating content?
It's to create that influence and that digital income that's like evergreen. I want to I mean I want to go full Tony Robbins, honestly. Like that's kind of like my passion project is like I had such a hard life coming up that every time that I think about all the things I've learned and I want to share it with people, that even if I could help like a few people out there change their life to start doing, personal development work and all that stuff and go the route that I went, I want that message to get to as many people as possible, right? So that's what I wanted. I want influence. I want to spread the good vibes of entrepreneurship, making money, figuring out finance. And then, I really like for most of my life, I was in the army, I was in the oil field, I did manual labor. So now that I'm like a CEO of like a finance company, I want to keep going down this trajectory where I'm making money online, helping people, and I'm having some sort of impact. And I think all of those boxes get checked with content, right? Content is leveraging media. Content is reaching people and spreading a message. It's allowing people to have influence. Like I've never met Alex Hermosi. I did meet Grant Cardone actually, but I've never met like all these other social media people, right? But they've had an impact on my life. And if I could do that for somebody else, I think that would be cool. So that's kind of my long-winded
That's
answer.
amazing. And I think a big benefit you have is that you have a story. You were in the
Yeah.
army, you're done with the army, you're in a company now, part CEO, you're doing great things. And I think if you story tell that, you could really touch a lot of people. Because maybe there's, someone who's 18 that wants to join the military,
Yeah.
or someone who just came out of the military. So sharing your story in that way and making it evergreen, it's going to be like really, really
Yeah.
beneficial for you for your
So
brand.
storytelling, you think is, I mean, that's always the biggest thing when it comes to content. What else are some pro tips you think that are gonna like make people pay attention more? Like cut through the noise, I guess is what I'm thinking. So
Right.
stories,
So,
what else?
so okay, let's talk about an actual video. So
Yeah.
when you're making content, right, you're most likely gonna mess up. You're gonna have pauses, stutters, so's, buts, gaps between your content. Whenever you're editing content, always take out all those little filler
Yeah.
words, any
Eh,
words that do not need to be in the video. Like just cut it out. It doesn't matter if it goes from a minute to 30 seconds. Just cut it all out. Provide as much value as possible.
Yeah.
We literally like, man, I don't know how to tell you. Like we stress it so much on any gap, cut it out. Like
Yeah.
just cut it out, let it all run
Make it real
smoothly.
clean.
Exactly. So, and then the first, I would say 3 to 5 seconds are the most important.
Yeah.
So,
What if
sound
we just
effects
stop
is
for
vital.
let's just talk hooks. When you think of a
Cool.
hook, how do you start thinking about hooks? Like what even is a hook, I guess?
Hook, something that grabs someone's attention. Now
Right.
it depends who you're talking to. If you're talking to a business owner, you're going to talk to, touch bases on, hey, if you want to make more money in your business in the next 30 days, right? That's a hook.
Hmm.
Or if you're trying to scale, or if your employees are doing this and that, those are all, figures of speech that target business owners. So let's say you're targeting maybe like girls, right, who like makeup. This brand new makeup product, or Sephora just dropped this new sale,
Yeah.
something that's relevant to them
Right.
because there's something called what's his name? Gary V talks about platform and culture.
Uh-huh.
When you go on TikTok, you want to be entertained. That's a platform. What's a
Right.
culture on there? Right? Okay. A lot of people like, in this aspect talk about a woman or girl who likes makeup. When you go on there and you see your girl swiping and someone says, Sephora new sell, she's gonna be watching until the end of the video, right? So that's a
That's what
great
grab
way.
them.
Exactly. Platform and culture. So people have to really analyze what platform they're on, who is on the platform and why they're on it, and
Yeah.
how you can make that relevant to them with the content you're making.
Yeah, that's the problem is like I want to educate people and then I realize people are going on there more for entertainment.
Yeah,
So I think I need like do you think you should balance it or do you think you should like I guess I was watching that Hormozy video and he says he's going to go more towards just doing business stuff because that's his main people that he wants to talk to as opposed to he was doing like a cooking thing and he was doing like all this other different
right.
things. How do you think about it though? Should it be a mixture of entertainment and education or what should it be?
100%. And I think the education needs to be entertaining.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So I would
Edutainment.
say he made really broad content at first.
Yeah.
You know, well, he touched down on gyms, business owners, gym owners, stuff like that, and then he went more broad on
Mhm.
purpose. He got all
Right.
the eyeballs he needed. He still provided value in his entertaining, content,
Right.
but now he's just talking to only business owners because he can. But for, a regular creator, target a broad audience that's still in your niche in a way. For example, with Gino, I just finished editing a video. It's about called Mansa Musa. He was known to be one of the wealthiest in all of existence, $400 billion. And we relevated that because he talks about money, he talks about business, he talks about
Yeah.
finance. So we use analogies like, hey, he was so rich that he's able to own all the companies in the world. He
Mhm.
had 1,000 Bugattis worth of it, gold, what else? Countries, nations, power. So that still ties into technically his niche and brand,
Right.
but we're just using a public figure to
Yeah.
connect it and entertain people with the story.
Right. That they haven't heard of and they'll stick around
Exactly.
because they want to know who this, whatever his name was, kind of cool. Right.
Exactly.
If you were going to try and 10x a business with just content, like where would you start? What would you try and help a business owner do basically?
Okay, 10x business content. Are they currently making content or no?
Let's just say barely. They have
Okay.
this everything set up, but they haven't done anything.
Okay, so the first thing we do is identify the target audience and what their goal is. Once we identify the target audience and their goal, which is to 10x their business revenue, we got to get eyeballs before we can start pitching to anyone. So we just bring as much attention as possible to any platform.
Mhm.
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Instagram's really, really tough. It's really, really competitive. TikTok, you have more of a chance of, catching more eyeballs faster. YouTube is amazing. People underestimate YouTube so much. YouTube is amazing. I would definitely say find your target audience, find your goals, write them down. Now they have that down, like, okay, we got to do research. What's working right now for other people in the same industry that you're doing,
Yeah.
content wise? And say you're in, I'll give an example. Let's say you're like acquisition.com, like Alex Ramosi. You're gonna go and watch Hormoz's content. You're gonna make a list. You're gonna research of all the
Mhm.
top content that he has ever produced, 2.5 million views, 3.5 million. You're gonna transcribe that
Mhm.
content. You're gonna read his script. You're gonna take that script, make it into your own within your own filler words, within your own niche. Now you have a script that's worked. You're gonna fill it in with your stuff and you're gonna make the video. It's not copying, you're just doing what works.
Right.
You're putting your content in there. Push out content. Quality is really important over quantity at first. Let me tell you why. If you're pushing out 60 videos a month, 90 videos a month, 100 videos a month, you're on a platform with people who post trillions of pictures and videos.
Yeah.
There's no competition there because someone could post 5 times a day, 10 times a day, 20 times a day and beat you.
Right.
But what they can't beat you on is quality of the work and the video. If you beat them in the quality, you're going to beat them in the long run because they could be posting the same 20 videos a day, but all you got to do is post one quality video every single day and beat them. So once you
As
identify that, get the quality up there, you upload to all the platforms to get as many eyeballs as you, and just rinse and repeat and then see what's working. What's not working, you stop doing it, and then you try. It's trial and error. Content's a really long game. I tell people don't get into content unless you're going to be in it for the long run. You're even be in it. I mean, Hormozi's been doing it for 14 years. Gary
yeah.
Vee's been doing it for almost 20 years, and these people are barely blowing up 5, 6 years ago,
Yeah.
so it's a really long game for sure. Start doing content, especially as a business owner.
But that's not sexy. So let's make it sexy. What is going to help us go viral, right? Because I want to be famous today, damn it. But what do you think about if you want to go viral? Like, because obviously the viral is like the holy grail, right? It's like the creme de la creme of why we want to do content. It's like you make one video and then millions of eyeballs get to
Right.
see it. So if you were trying to manufacture maybe some viral content, I do agree, copy all the other people's viral stuff. Like that's kind of like that's what I try and do. And then I think I need to focus more on copying plus quality, like you said, like not copy, but like get
Right.
the idea.
Using what's working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get the idea and really focus in on the quality because again, we're trying to make it really nice. But what else do you think of will help people maybe go viral on social media?
One thing and one thing only. Be as relevant as possible.
Be relevant. Yeah.
That's it. Just be relevant. If someone can relate to whatever you're talking about or showing them, people will watch
Yeah, that's exactly.
it.
So the guy that went viral for our company, he sat down with us and he told us like on TikTok, just try and relate to the people and then pitch your thing at the end.
Yep.
Be as relatable as humanly possible. Say something contradictory though, and basically pitch your thing at the end. And it's just like, damn, like if it's really that easy. I mean, I think he got a little lucky, but he consistently got millions and millions of views on it
Yep.
on his videos, right? So it's just an interesting game. Because I want to go viral. I got to figure this out. you know, be relevant, focus on quality, copy, really speak specifically to your target audience. What other ones do you think you can think of?
Really take the time to script your videos.
Script it.
Scripting.
How do you script
That's
a video?
so you want to start. It depends what kind of video you're making. If you're gonna make an engaging video, I mean, we have like templates and stuff like that we use for our clients.
Yeah,
But you always want to start with the hook. Engage the viewer, hook them,
yeah.
and then maybe give them a little bit of a sauce. Like, okay, it goes. This guy was so rich, he could have bought America, and so had enough money left over to buy every company in the world. Right?
Oh,
It's like,
snap.
oh,
Yeah,
like okay, who is this guy who's so
yeah.
rich?
Nice.
And then we just do like an unexpected little twist. And we're like, oh, and he was even able to support his four wives. Like, four wives? What the hell? And he owned an entire kingdom and two enormous mosques. We're
Nice.
delivering on more of how he's rich or what he gets. And 1,000 Bugattis worth of salt and gold. That's even more unexpected. But most
A
of his wealth
thousand
is actually
Bugattis of salt and gold. It's like a
worth
bar.
of.
That's a bar right there. Yeah. That's cool.
And then we go and we're like, you know what? Like, let's hook them again. We already gave some sauce, but we
Mhm.
want to keep them engaged still. So we're like, but most of his wealth actually came from something else. So now they're even more curious. Wait, that's not how he made his
Like
money? What?
so like
Exactly.
hook, value, hook,
Hook, unexpected, deliver,
unexpected.
unexpected, and then hook. Obviously, you can mess around with it depending on the video
Right.
you're making. You want to, hook in multiple parts of the video. So
Nice.
this guy owns countries, built the largest kingdoms ever and ruled some of the biggest modern day countries in Africa. So we just delivered value right there. Like we're
Nice.
delivering more value and let them know who they are.
Yeah,
And with a net
I'm
worth of
already
over
curious
400
about this
billion.
guy. I want to go Google him now, right? And that's like
Exactly.
you're hooked. They got you.
So, you want to keep hooking them throughout the parts of the video, keep delivering, because you could hook them the whole video, but you don't deliver, they're going to click off of it and they're not going to like you because you didn't tell them who he was.
Right, right, right,
You could spark interest through the whole video, but make sure you at least tell them at the end, oh, this is Mansa Musa.
right.
We saved the good part of who this man is until the very end, so they saved it the whole video.
Nice. I like that. Yeah, you literally like you lean into human psychology, you grab them and then you hold them all the way to the video and then
Yep.
the algorithm likes it because they'll promote people who watch your videos more through. Like everything on YouTube is like click-through rate and view time, right? That's all and that's pretty much all these other platforms kind of copy it, you know what I mean? So, that's
Yeah,
the
these
goal.
platforms care about, they want more users on the platform for longer periods of time.
Yeah,
So higher watch time, they push it to more people because it keeps on the platform more. More shares, they push it to more people.
right.
More saves, push it to more people because that's keeping them on the platform. And that's what people want. That's what the platforms want. They want people
Yeah.
on there because they make more money. Because when someone swipes and clicks on an ad, that's how they make their money.
What other tips for going viral that you maybe we haven't spoke about or that you can think of?
Audio, very, very important. People have this nice, beautiful looking video. Audio is key. Like
Yeah,
audio and lighting, you need it.
money.
Obviously, there's some stupid videos you could go make and go viral of a meme or
Mhm.
something dumb. Or you can make an iPhone video. It just depends on, who you're targeting and what kind of content you want to make.
Yeah. But I mean, they get lucky.
Good
Like
audio.
I want to manufacture viral videos, right? So it's like really good audio. You always like you use those Rode mics. We have Rode mics. I think those are really great. I like mine. Sure, whatever mic I have. What camera are you using for Gino? Because your videos look really crisp.
Yeah,
Is it?
so
What
we're
is it?
using the Sony A7 IV
Cool.
and we have a Sigma 24 through 70, I believe, lens on it.
Yeah,
And
I
yeah,
mean, like it clearly, like I mean, I do everything on an iPhone because I'm bootleg like that. But I see your videos and I'm like, damn, that looks crisp. That makes Gino look pretty good. So there is a difference. And who knows which one performs better? But if visually, I think your camera looks
right.
cleaner than the iPhone, right? I mean, I think there's newer iPhones. I'll probably just get a new one and see what that's like. But
Yeah, people underestimate iPhones. Like you can make
yeah,
a whole cinematic movie with an iPhone.
yeah,
But what's really important is lighting at that point. If you don't have, like a crazy camera, just get good lighting, set it up nicely, and you'll have a beautiful video.
yeah. Just basically look on YouTube on how to do
Yeah.
better lighting. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll probably do that. Yeah, because like the setup I have, so I have this editing software called Luma Fusion. I don't know if you've ever heard of it,
I heard of
but
it.
it's on my from my iPhone to my iPad, and it's the fastest, best editing that I could ever do. Right? I literally pay editors, and they take way too long, and it pisses me off. So I do it myself now because I've just been doing it forever. Because I made music back in the day, so I got
Obviously have
really
it.
good at editing music, and then I went into movies and whatever the hell else I've been doing. So I get it down, but who has time to edit, man? It's a daunting process. So really high quality. Is there anything else about quality that people should think of when they're doing
Yeah, you just mentioned it right now, editing.
editing? Yeah.
So pre-production is important, which is your script writing and research. And then you have production, which is your lighting and your camera. And then you have post-production, which is your editing.
Yeah.
Editing is super important. That's what ties everything together because when you film, the colors aren't always going to be perfect. So you got to color grade,
Yeah.
right? That's in post, that's editing. Your audio isn't always be perfect. So you have to enhance it, mix it with the waves. Okay,
Hmm.
what's next? Then you have to put everything together. You also want to have like some engagement, like audio, some hooks, graphics to draw people in there. So when you have that, all in editing, it's going to change the game. So I would say if you wanted to, you have to actually take the time and edit your own videos, although it's
Yeah.
tedious and tiring and
It's like either
annoying.
you have to do it or you have to find somebody who's really good and then be able to afford to pay them to do
Right. And
it.
honestly, like for if you want a decent editor, you're going to be paying like 80 to $90 for a video.
Yeah. And
Like,
then you got to make a ton of
yeah,
videos and it's like
yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
yeah. I mean, even like, I'll be honest, and like us, like our editors get paid pretty decent. They get paid 35 to $40 per video.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good. It's like it takes skill,
Yeah.
but even, that's like on the average side right now. But where a couple of them are, that's a lot per video, and they're making what, four figures a month off of
Yeah.
editing a few videos.
So I think I'm gonna get the brand new iPhone. I'm gonna work on my lighting because I suck at lighting. You can even look in this video. I look, I'm like, oh, I got the shiny forehead, lights in my face. But I want to work on lighting. I want to make sure my stuff is scripted, and I really want to work on hooks. I mean, so I'm gonna tell you, like, my plan is. It seems like each platform only really wants like 3 to 4 videos a day, short form, kind of spread out. And then I really want to do, so I want to do that every day. And then I think I'm going to go with 2 long form YouTube and podcasts a week because I figure one day to film it, one day to, or one day to edit it, sorry, one day to publish it, and one day to promote it. And then I'll do it again. So then every 3 days I'll have a new long form video. And this is going to be like my schedule that I want to do for social media. What do you
Yeah,
think about that? Or
I
what
think
else
that's
could I do?
perfect. I think too long form a week is amazing. That's
Yeah.
completely doable. Now for short form, 3 to 4 a day, I would say instead of posting 3 to 4, making 3 to 4 videos a day, I would say just sit down for a whole day,
Yeah.
make 10 to 15 videos, edit them as best as possible. Don't
Yeah.
worry about posting for those that whole week. Don't worry about posting. Just work on, producing that high quality for those 10, 15 videos. And during those 10, 15 videos, once you have them up, just post once a day. That gets you time to film some other content. Once you have more content, then you go 2 times a day. But
Cool.
focus on the value and the quality of the video. Definitely.
That hurts my soul to think I have to. That's not the fun part, dude. I just want to post a bunch of crap. No, I think you're right though. That makes a lot more sense. It's good to have that thought. And then the pure selfish question that I like I'll lose sleep over this, but what link should I put in the platforms for short form? Obviously, long form I can put a lot more links, but for that one profile link, what do you think it should be? Should it be a link tree? Should it be to whatever I'm promoting now? Should it be to the YouTube channel? Like, do you have any advice on that, or what do you think?
Yeah, so I would never do Linktree because when you click on Linktree, you get people 5 different options and they don't know what to click on.
Right.
So whatever they want to do, they totally forgot about it because you told them to click on your link in your bio and now they have 5 things I don't know what to click on. And then they'll never convert.
Yeah.
Now you could definitely do something you're promoting. Hey, I just dropped my school community to my bio. But right, that's one option. I would say give free value. Hey, there's a
Just
free
something for free,
resource. Yeah.
free
It's like,
lead
hey,
form.
free resources, free ebook. Yeah, just something free. Provide value.
So then it's basically you should link to your email list. Do you think that's the end all be all? Is go from social media to the email list and then promote to them through the email?
Yeah, you can even do a lead magnet.
That's what I've been toiling with because it's like maybe I should just send them straight to my YouTube channel because the YouTube like per subscriber, I feel like YouTube subscribers are worth more than an Instagram follower or a TikTok follower. But then there's no money if they don't like YouTube, right? They may only like TikTok, right? So then I'm kind of like, I think email is the holy grail, and then I just really need to focus on email copywriting and creating like an automation that tells them who I am and makes them watch my videos. What do you think about that?
Yeah, and then once you touch down on emails, you have to remember, it's almost like a whole new conversation with a whole new person.
Right.
A lot of people just send emails and try to pitch on the first email. They don't know you. They see your
Right.
name on their inbox for the first time. Hey, this is Tommy. I work at Creator Capital. I'm CEO and founder. We help business owners do this and that. I want to be sending you free resources every single week. So
Cool.
keep an eye on your email,
I love that. That's good.
right? Free resource, free
Yeah.
resource. Oh, Tommy's providing me so much free value every single week. Fourth week comes around. Hey,
Hmm.
Jonathan, hope you've been liking our free resources. We actually have a masterclass going on. It's $97. Boom. Cool. $97 for the masterclass. At the end of the masterclass, hey, our program's 5K a month. Let me know if you want to join.
Yeah. So jab, jab, right hook, right? So
Yep.
you're, but I mean, that makes so much more sense than what I like to do, which is get their data and then just spam the crap out of them. Like,
Yeah,
buy,
you want to
buy,
build a
buy, buy,
relationship
buy.
with them. Yeah,
Yeah,
build a
you're right.
relationship with your contacts.
Basically, maybe something free first, get them in your email list. From the email list, continue to provide good value, and then ease into, seeing if they'd be willing to buy something from you if they're interested.
Yep.
That's the very human way to do it. And then you just get more and more content, more and more subscribers, and you make more and more value and offers.
Yep.
I love it. What
Yep.
else? What are we missing? Anything else, or is that? I mean, that was pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean that's literally everything you need, to be honest with you. I
Yeah,
mean, you have your click funnels and landing pages, all that stuff, but produce good content, have a hyper and just have a link,
yeah.
gather your leads with free resources, build an email list, send out emails with providing more free value. As soon as you build a relationship with them, they trust you, then go ahead and pitch them.
I think my only problem is like I have so many businesses that I'm building and that I want to keep promoting. I think I have to just focus on personal brand and then in the email try and figure out what people are interested in. If they're interested in day trading, credit, funding, business, whatever it is. But it's hard because then I don't have the hashtags. I don't have like the singular focus, and I think that's kind of always been the reason that if I just had one thing that'd be cool. But I've know myself, and I'm always gonna be building businesses, bro. Like until I'm fucking dirt and
You're
dead,
gonna
like
be
I'm gonna be
innovating.
building
Yeah.
building new businesses, right? So that's kind of tough. But do you think you think there's a way to do it? Like, should I have separate channels or separate topics, or do you think it should just focus on the personal brand? Like, what do you think?
I think you should focus on your personal brand. You can
Yeah.
make content on all those topics.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's under a niche.
Right.
Like, let's say it's under finance. Cool.
Yeah.
You can talk about day trading. You can talk about real estate. You can talk about, if your mastermind, 'cause that's ties into your, emotional psychology. And in order to be good at day trading and your finances and real estate, you have to be good mentally. You can tie everything in
It all
all
ties
together.
back to
Yeah.
finances. Yeah. What else are you seeing that's working that you think is interesting or that you're learning about content?
Simplicity.
Simplicity.
Simplicity always wins.
What does that mean?
I would say find a nice font,
Hmm.
decent sized graphics, make it look appealing to the eye. When you look at your phone, you're looking almost dead center. Have your captions in the center. Be simple. Doesn't have to be 10 million colors. One color. You do another color, just highlight the words
Yeah.
that stand out more. Maybe once every 3 to 4 lines, if anything's valuable. A
Yeah.
couple graphics, B-roll, images, just a story tell so people get imagery on what you're trying to say and story tell.
Cool.
And that's it. Just simplicity. People overcomplicate it.
When you're doing marketing, one of my mentors, he would always say, like, make it so simple that even a caveman knows what you're selling. Like,
Yeah,
that's what you want.
exactly. Same thing with landing pages, it's like just have it there. You don't need anything crazy. Just have your VSL, have your click here button, scroll down, some testimonials, another click here button, and that's it. Don't give
Yeah.
them too many options to scroll. If they're scrolling for 5 minutes or 3 minutes or 2 minutes, they're gonna hop off.
Yeah.
But if they
It's
don't
too
have
much.
another option but to click that button, they're gonna click the button.
Right. Keep it as simple as possible.
Yep.
What is the future for creator capital? What do you want to see happen? What are you trying to build?
Man, that's an amazing question. I was actually thinking about that today. So I want to build a crazy community on school, provide as much value to them as possible. Courses, weekly trainings, coaching calls, just provide so much value. And then I want to event, this long-term goal.
Yeah.
The top members in there, I want to, one day go to Airbnb, rent it out beachfront. Hey, this is Creator Capital. You guys are members. We're gonna have our personal team out there. coach them and train them, eventually partner with them with their business. Let's say they're at 250,000 a year. We want to get them to 1 million, with content because content's gonna be a long term.
Yeah.
That's, news, TV, all that's gonna be out. And then you're gonna have, TikTok, or I mean, unfortunately, only more TikTok, but you're gonna have Instagram, you're gonna have YouTube, you're gonna have all these platforms that people are just gonna watch.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, hey Alexa, find me the best content creator. They're gonna
Right.
pull up someone's Instagram. They're not gonna pull up a wiki page. So I would say it's always gonna be innovating. So I want to eventually just partner up with businesses and help them scale further once we have that community built with
Cool.
content and marketing. Yeah.
Nice. I think that's a great vision. I actually was a business consultant for a content creator company. I helped them go from like 20,000 a month to like 100,000 a month.
That's
But all
amazing.
they needed was CSMs, which is basically like client success managers to manage each file. And then what they do is they would find creators for businesses, and then they would basically ask the creators, "Hey, make a bunch of videos for this brand," and then they would sell them, and they would basically make a big business. And it was a really cool thing. They're traveling the world making all kinds of weird videos right now. So it's
Nice.
cool to see how big the
Oh,
content game is. I have been messing with AI. Have you dabbled in any AI videos or anything like that lately?
AI videos, not too much. I mean, we use, some AI, maybe to filter some keywords,
Yeah.
some content ideas through viral videos, enhancing audio, stuff like that, but
Mhm.
not too much on like really for content. We still need that
Yeah.
human touch as much as possible because
Yeah.
they don't know psychology like we do.
So what I'm doing though is I'm trying to manipulate the system basically by I have an e-commerce shop. It's called nerdshop.com. So it's just a bunch of
Nice.
nerdy. But basically what I'm doing is I'm making these TikToks. They're really lame right now, but I'm trying to make them better. But I'm making them with AI, right? So they're TikTok videos and they're trivia questions. And the reason that it works is because I get the AI pictures from Midjourney, I put them in Canva, and it's like, answer this trivia question,
Yep.
right? And then put the comment in the comments. And then basically what happens is the video gets a lot of watch time, a
Hmm.
lot of comments, and then it gets shared a lot because people want to share it.
Yep.
So I'm trying to manufacture viral videos, and I'm just fucking around with it. Like it's like a very
Yeah.
late at night, like I have nothing else to do. AI is kind of fun for me right now. But if it works, I'm gonna try and do it again for like credit leverage X and see if I can, because with Canva, I can make one template for this, and then I can duplicate it, make
Yep.
56 of the same stupid things, and I can actually use Chat GPT to change the trivia questions in each one of the videos. Very
Yeah, I've
weird,
seen it.
and I'm kind of like going down the rabbit hole for no reason other than like it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I wanted to do that. I wanted to do that with the marketing itself. Like, which psychological color works better in this situation, and then you have a little timer and do, and you click on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
those
saw them.
stupid
You
ones.
could, yeah,
So I made a bunch of
I
those.
love those.
And the first round was really ugly, but I see how if I actually put a little time into it, it could turn into something. So I,
Yeah.
I worry for content like when AI just makes like so much content that the internet can't handle it, but I don't think that's going to happen. And I think that's going to just push people back to the human touch, like you said, and the personal brand, and like people want to do business with people, not robots. But what do you
Yeah.
think of? What do you think on it?
I think AI is going to eventually, for sure. It's not a matter of if, but when, copy. Now there's gonna be someone, it's not gonna be, hey, I can write the best copy. It's, hey, my software can write the best copy and I know how to navigate it the best for you to get the best copy.
Yeah, and that's what I already do too. Chat GPT is
Yep.
a lifesaver.
Yeah, so you gotta find the right prompts, the
Yeah,
person with the right prompts, and the best, instructions is gonna win in that space. Now
yeah,
for video, voice wise, cool. That's already in the works. I think that's gonna play a big factor. But in the aspect of video itself, that's a really hard stretch.
yeah. I don't think anything's gonna beat what we talked about earlier, which is like script out your content, really focus on
Yeah.
quality, target your audience, be very relevant. Yeah, there's no way AI can beat that.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I think it's good, but I do like using AI also right now, where I'll take a long form clip, I'll put it in Opus or one of these other ones, and it will chop all my
Yep.
shorts, but those still get beat most of the time by like we talked about doing the hard work of making a good piece of content.
Yeah, even then you could do a podcast. I use it for podcasts whenever we film like a 40 session, 50 session podcast or
Yeah,
more. We literally put it into Opus, gets all chopped up. We do no graphics, no titles, no nothing, just raw.
yeah,
But obviously it snips it. We then take it into Adobe Premiere, then we just fancy it up and tidy it up whatever Opus missed, and left in there.
Cool. I think we covered so much, man. What other tips that we may not have touched on for content?
Simple, just really
Simple.
simple.
Keep it simple.
Don't give up. It's gonna take time. You're gonna see no views. Don't worry about the views. Right now, they're gonna come later on.
Nice.
That's all it is. It's gonna
So
happen eventually.
yeah, everybody who comes on my show, I ask them three questions. Before we get into the questions, though, what's the best way for people to get in contact with you, and how can they kind of get into your world?
Yeah. So my Instagram is Tommy Creator with two R's. Best way to contact me there.
So Tommy Creator, Instagram, LinkedIn, you're on everything.
Yep, everything.
Cool. And then also your school, is that up and running and people are in
Yeah,
there?
it's up and running. We're actually going to be admitting the first 50 people in for free.
Cool. So I'll put the link to that down in the show notes. Definitely hop in there. I mean, content creation is always going to be here, I think, and it's just like we have a huge opportunity to really reach people that nobody, like our grandparents didn't have this opportunity, right?
Yeah,
So we got
right.
we got to take advantage of it.
Definitely.
Cool. So the first question, I'm the money guy. So what is a tip that you have that you've learned to either help people make more money or help people be better with their money or just build a relationship with money? How do you think about it?
Make sure you genuinely want to help people because that will make you a lot of money. Having a good heart. Obviously, don't get screwed over. That's not what I'm saying. But being realistic and genuinely wanting to help someone's business grow, you're not going to gonna make more money because you're going to grow their business because you have their best interest. But with that happening, you're also going to make more money because the business is growing.
You always get your money from other people. So genuinely caring about and genuinely being interested in other
Yep.
people's success, that's definitely been part of my
Yep.
formula. So I love that. Cool. So the next one is happiness. What is a tip or some advice that you found on living a happier life, being happier, or your relationship with happiness?
Be okay with failing because it's going to happen regardless. And if you don't like it, then entrepreneurship or business isn't for you. So
Yeah,
realize that you're going to fail. There's going to be hard days. Be happy with that because that lets you know you're on the right path.
it's gonna make you better too. So
Exactly.
be happy, smile even when life's kicking you when you're
Yep.
down. It happens a
Exactly.
lot to me, seems like.
Exactly.
And then the last question, what is one habit that you've implemented that actually had an impact on your life? Like something that you started doing that you saw like it definitely improved things.
Tracking my habits. So
Tracking
tracking
them?
my habits,
Cool.
on my day-to-day basis. For example, I have a Notion. I have on there pray, Bible study, read, podcast, post on social media, research, and I forgot one more. Oh, and the gym. And I get to track it throughout the month. I'd say the first week of, April of last month, I was slacking it. Then I picked it up the first 2 weeks. And the last week, I'm like, okay, wait, what happened last week? What happened last month, the first week? I was productive, then I wasn't. So that just helps me with accountability, helps me stay on track, and just overall makes me happier. And I know what I'm actually doing and how I could get better.
And you just use a Notion app for this?
Yeah, so I pretty much built out it's like a checklist, and then it tracks your progress on a bar. So let's say you do like 8 out of 10 tasks, you're at 80%. And then tomorrow, let's say I do 5 out of 10, I'm at 50%. And then I go 10 out of 10, 100. And then you can see that for the entire month. And it tracks all your progress. You get to see it all on there.
Love that. And then do you do that every night? You fill it out or every morning or when do you actually
As soon
do
as
that?
I finish doing something, I knock it off.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. Well, this has been super valuable, I think. Is there any last messages or anything that we didn't touch on that you want to say before we wrap up?
No, we covered everything. I mean, people get a lot of value from this if they actually implement it. Obviously, within the school community, we're going to be showing all that, and we provide it all for free, which is, you know, mindless for someone not to.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah, don't give up. Keep producing content. It's gonna happen. It's hard. Understand that it's hard. It's not gonna happen overnight. And if you're not gonna be in it for 6 months to a year, don't start.
I feel like everybody should make a little bit of content, dabble a little
Yeah.
bit, because otherwise I'll look up their accounts and be like, nothing's there, and I think they're a fake person.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Let people know who you are. Let people know who you are. It's like, do you want to make pictures and just post them from Canva and make it look cute, or do you want people to see who you are and actually work with you so you can make some real money, or else they're gonna
Right.
think you're a bot account?
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
I think what Grant Cardone says, he's like, if you don't know who I am, I apologize, because he's not working hard enough.
Yep.
He's like, and you only make your money if people know who you are, right? If they know, like, and
Exactly.
trust you and what you do. So it's very
Hmm.
important.
Yep.
Cool. Well, I think we dropped a ton of value. The link to Tommy's school and his Instagram will be down in the show notes. This is hopefully the start of some of the maybe some of the people that are going to come to your private events, right? That'd be kind of cool.
Yep.
So definitely check it out. This has been the Lion Show. Like, subscribe, share this with a friend who wants to learn more about content, and I'll talk to you in the next one.